Today, we're going to break down a really simple, but honestly, pretty powerful technique. It's designed to help you crush that feeling of hesitation, stop overthinking, and just take action. You know that feeling, right? Where you have an idea, or you know you need to do something, but you just can't. You're just stuck. It's like you're completely paralyzed by this whirlwind of thoughts and doubts. Well, it turns out that's a super common human thing. But what if there was a simple little trick to just snap yourself out of it? So before we get to the solution, we really need to understand the problem. Let's call it the overthinking trap. This is exactly what's happening inside your head. You have this natural impulse, this instinct to act, to get out of bed, to say something, to just start. And then your brain, trying to protect you, just slams on the emergency brakes. It starts analyzing everything, worrying, and coming up with a million reasons why you should probably just stay put. And you see this trap pop up in all the little moments of your life, right? I mean, maybe it's that alarm clock. Your gut says, get up, but your brain starts negotiating. Come on, just 5 more minutes. Or you're in a meeting, you have a great idea, but you hesitate, and then the moment's gone. It's the exact same force that keeps you from starting that workout or tackling that project you've been dreading for weeks. So how in the world do we get out of this trap? Well, the answer is surprisingly simple, and it all starts with a 5-second countdown. Yep, it all comes down to this number. 5 short but really powerful seconds.
Okay, so here's the rule, and it's incredibly direct. The moment you have an instinct to act on a goal, you have to physically move within 5 seconds. If you don't, your brain will kill the idea. The key here isn't waiting until you feel ready. It's all about moving before your feelings get a chance to talk you out of it.
And here's exactly how you do it. The second you feel that instinct or you know you should do something, you start counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and right when you hit 1, you go. You move. And it has to be a physical movement. It could be as simple as swinging your feet to the floor, standing up, or opening your laptop. That countdown is your launch sequence. So why does something that sounds almost too simple work so well? Well, it's because you're basically performing a little bit of mental jujitsu on yourself. You can think of that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown as a pattern interrupt. See, your brain gets stuck in these loops, these habits of hesitation and self-doubt. The act of counting backward literally breaks that loop. It shifts your focus away from all your worries and onto the simple task of counting. You're pretty much hitting a reset button on your brain. This really shows the incredible shift that's happening neurologically. Without the rule, you're operating out of your emotional brain. That's the part driven by feelings and fear. But the countdown forces a switch over to your prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decisions, focus, and action. You're literally switching from a mindset of feeling to a mindset of doing, and that creates real, actual forward momentum. Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now, let's get to the most important part, how you can put this rule into action. Like right now.
I mean, the uses for this are basically endless. Use it to finally beat that snooze button. Use it to launch yourself into the workout you know you'll feel amazing after. In a professional setting, use it to speak up in a meeting before you can second-guess yourself. It's the perfect little tool for just getting over that initial hump, for any task, big or small.
And the real key is to connect that moment of hesitation with a tiny physical action. So when that little voice in your head says, I'll do it later, your response is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stand up. That fear of, what if I say the wrong thing, is met with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unmute your mic. That feeling of, I'm just too tired, gets a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you swing your feet out of bed. The action doesn't have to be the whole task. It just needs to be the first step. All right, let's bring this all home. It's time to talk about how you can launch your next move. This quote really just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Every single time we hesitate, we are killing an impulse, an idea, a potential action. And we never know when that one action could be the start of something incredible, a new habit, a healthier life, or maybe even a truly life-changing idea. And really, at the end of the day, that's all this is. The 5-second rule isn't some complex motivational strategy. It's just a simple, practical tool. It's designed to close that gap between thinking about doing something and actually doing it. It helps you build a bias toward taking action. So I'll just leave you with this question. I am almost certain there is something you've been putting off, an idea you've been hesitating on. So what are you going to decide to do about it in the next 5 seconds?